Transporting crude via rail and not by pipeline has been gaining traction recently. But now several rail accidents involving oil being moved from the Bakken region of North Dakota have thrown that practice into question. Jackie DeAngelis reports.
Rail transport for crude supplies, a big theme in 2014, as estimates indicate that rail capacity could grow enough to handle 700 to 750,000 barrels of crude a day. But Monday's train derailment and explosion in Castleton, North Dakota, the third such accident involving crude oil out of North Dakota's Bakken shale region, have many on high alert. At issue, why unrefined crude supplies are exploding, which is typically more of a threat after crude has been refined. Today, a government agency issuing an alert that the type of crude being transported from the Bakken region may be more flammable than the traditional heavy crude oil. Still, the accidents raise a bigger question. Should the focus be on building out pipelines, which are a cheaper and perhaps safer means of transport? And if so, how quickly can pipelines be built to handle the increased production out of the U.S. and Canada? The National Transportation Safety Board leading the investigation into the accidents in North Dakota, but energy traders watching very closely to see how these accidents could potentially impact crude oil prices.
It appears that, traders are anticipating that oil prices will continue to move lower as we go through the next few years. But certainly if there were to be some limitations on crude by rail as a result of these safety issues, we could see the back end of the crude oil futures curve start to move higher.
As we await a decision on the Keystone Pipeline from Washington and the rail investigation continues, the energy industry grappling with some of these important issues. Industry experts saying that more domestic supply is good and it can reduce our dependence on foreign oil, but we have to figure out how to safely and efficiently transport the product. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Jackie DeAngelis.
And Continental Resources, this is one of the biggest producers of Bakken crude oil, took a hit on that government safety alert that Bakken crude may be more flammable than first thought. Shares dropped more than 4%.